Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the show at Rise Up Show with me, your host, the Queen Bee, Dani. How are you feeling? As we chat this morning to the devilishly handsome, the fabulously wonderful, the incredibly knowledgeable Mr. Fidel Bohill, the modern man. Good morning. Jodie Soul, good morning. Babna Reddy, good morning. Elise Woodbine, good morning. The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon, good morning, sir.
Shut up, for f***'s sake. Jesus.
The fantastic Lizzie Jackson Barrett, good morning. Josephine Sandra, everybody, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show Rise Up Show with me, your host, Dani Wallace. Oh, we've been a bit of a pickle. I don't know what this is. What's this? Go away. Well, I can't cope. Oh, it was much. That was much bigger than I intended. Right, you lot. Hello. So welcome to the show Rise Up Show with me, your host, Dani Wallace. This morning, I hope you are all feeling good. It's been a bit of a morning. I thought, right, well, this morning I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna meditate. I did. I'm gonna think about manifesting all of these incredible people to come along and participate and watch, be inspired. I'm gonna manifest an incredible launch afterwards. I'm gonna tell the universe what's happening, what's popping this morning. So I took all my bibs and my bobs downstairs. If you've seen all my little manifesting little trinkety things, I'd taken them all to the new house. I faced in it, like according to creative feng shui, I faced in a northwesterly direction because that's my abundance like direction. And I'm meditating like this. And I pulled a moonology oracle card. I was in my spiritual vibe this morning. I was connecting with myself and it was great. I loved it. I had a great time. And everything was really zen. And I get a phone call off my mum. So my mum helps whilst we've got all of these things going on. Mum works for us. She is our house manager, so to speak. She is our chief child wrangler when I'm working. She helps me keep everything in order so that I can just like really focus on you guys, focus on building the business, doing all those things. I'm very blessed to bring her, like to have been able to bring her into the team. But this morning, someone had parked across her drive. So I'm sat like waiting for my mum to come along, thinking, oh, I've had a lovely stress-less morning. It's been beautiful and the sun's shining, even though it's bloody freezing. And she's like, someone's parked up, Dani. Somebody's parked over me, drive. I can't get out. I can't get to you. So I had to dash into the car quick. It didn't actually ruin me zen. I still feel very zen. Dash into the car quick, leg it. That's not me legging it. I was driving very safely, by the way, down to my mum's to go pick my mum up, to go bring my mum up to the house, to get her sorted there, ready for me to come back. But it means I was like sliding in here at like 28 minutes past. So this morning, we do have the phenomenal Rana meant to be joining us this morning. However, I haven't heard from her. So I am keeping my fingers crossed that she may join us, but also open to the fact that she may not. And that is equally okay. But let's have a look. Have you had a happy Easter, you lot? If not, you're gonna be stuck with me, putting my makeup on, talking to you about stuff. Hey, Hive, I've missed you. We missed you too. It's been a lovely few days off. Extra special love. Hope you had a fabulous Easter. We did. It was amazing. Amy Blaney, good morning. Andrew, good morning. Good morning. And Laura in the house. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all feeling good. Did you have a nice Easter weekend? What did you get up to? Please tell me in the comments. Did any of you see any family for the first time since the whole lockdown situation? Did any of you meet up with people who you'd not seen in ages? Like, did you fill your cup up, or did you not? Did you have, did you not do anything? Did you just I did a little ideal for a few days? Equally, all is good, all is well. Right, so I'm putting my face on and I'm going to keep my little eye out for Jay. Hopefully she'll join us. If anyone does know Jay Rana, give her a little nudge. She'll look Maria. Good morning, Dipti. How are you, my darling? Dipti is one of our phenomenal speakers at Be Inspired. Keep your eyes on your emails and on the socials for the next few days. We are going to come hard and heavy with all of the speaker reveals, telling you what is coming up for Be Inspired. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you've got your tickets. Had a lovely Easter, met with family I hadn't seen in ages, and we joined a little bit nice. Oh, it's nice to join in some things like that. I don't know what's going to happen here with these eyebrows. I'm putting them on in a bit of a rush. Wrote my chapter for the collaboration book I'm a part of. How did you write a book in 2 weeks? A chapter nearly killed me. Well, in fairness, it was tough going. It was tough going. For anybody who has sort of written a book or written a chapter of a book will know. It's quite a cathartic process. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it after I submitted it. The rest of it really was like a marathon in much the same way that the next few weeks is going to be like for me. And I just kind of want to fill you in on that, what the next few weeks is going to look like for me, for my little area of work. So yes, we've got Be Inspired on. That's all planned. It's all sorted. All the speakers are in situ. They are all ready, or as ready as they'll ever be. I know you girls. They are so invested in doing an incredible job for everybody that's coming along to watch and listen. For Be Inspired. They're just honestly 22 phenomenal speakers with the most wonderful messages, the most incredible learnings for all of you that have got tickets. But for me, as an event producer, which is what I am, the 2 weeks before an event are often the most stressful. When I mean the most stressful, I don't mean like in a terrible way. It's a bit like a roller coaster. So you're really hanging on. Anybody who's ever done an event before will absolutely feel me on this. That a lot of it is, sorry. It's like Field of Dreams, like if you build it, they will come. But often with events, they'll often only get the tickets a few weeks before. So we've sold loads of tickets already. I'm not concerned about that. But what I really, 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 really want to do is be able to donate a ton of money to the Fly Anyway Foundation in readiness for the first of our business builds in May. So this means that there is quite a lot of investment in terms of time. Please do bear with me with the brows, by the way. There is a process. Morning, Karen. Morning, Pixie. Morning, Gabriella. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Jessica Stanforth in the house. So yeah, it is. So what needs to happen, or what needs to happen for me in order to make those big things happen, is that I need to work. And working for me when it comes to things like this is direct sales. It's really doing that work and sales related activity that we talk about. It's not, I don't just tell people about things and then all of a sudden I sell them out. The way I do a lot of my sales is through organic lead generation. It's through going live every single day. It's doing all of these things. So there are periods where I'm not really selling anything, and then there are periods where I've got to go like the clappers. This is one of those periods where I'm going like the clappers. So the next few weeks for me will be very much like the book writing process, where I will be working whatever I can work in order to make sure this event reaches as many of you as possible, because I know it's going to help so many of you. I know that this event is going to change the lives of a lot of you. So if you have not got your ticket yet, you need to be sorting it out. Yeah, it was like a mega mountain. I'm strapped in now, ready for Be Inspired. Hang on a sec. I'm feeling FOMO for the Be Heard challenge that's coming up after. Yeah, so I did a little whisper in the hive yesterday. After Be Inspired, we are going to be doing the one that they all wait for, which is that, because as you know, I'm a public speaking coach. That is my job. That is what I do, as well as doing all of these things. So actually, twice a year, we open the doors to my signature course, Be Heard. So you want to be a speaker, which is the platform from which a lot of speakers have jumped into their speaking career, or even used speaking to create more PR opportunities, used their story finding to grow and scale their businesses. It's so much more than just getting on a stage and speaking. So much more. So yeah, we're going to be doing the speaker challenge, the Be Heard. So you want to be a speaker challenge directly after Be Inspired as well. So that has me in essentially launch mode. So I go from creating the event, and this is, I am not sorry, I am excited. I am excited. Other than sharing, is there anything we can do to help promote it for you all? Amy, if you get a ticket, you can get an affiliate link and you can earn a couple of bob off it if you want. You know, shouting about it and telling people about it's brilliant, but actually having conversations with people and saying, hey, do you know what? This is going to be pretty awesome. You might want to be involved in this. It's a really good way to do it. And maybe this morning, if Jay isn't joining us this morning, I will contact her. There'll be something. There'll be a reason. There'll be a reason why she's not here. Nina is in. Nina, have you got your ticket? I love it. I love it. I love it. So one of the things that I might talk to you about this morning is actually, look, this is unfortunate, but all part of the process, my loves, all part of the process. I might talk to you this morning about selling and sales and actually what that means. Because, you know, as well, you know, I've grown my business to multiple six figures in a relatively short space of time, considering in terms of this particular business model. And that has not come from me just sitting on my backside and not selling anything. And I really want to share with you that actually she has, Nina has got, I'm working on my ticket money I want in. Yes, Amy, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. Asking for a sale or selling things to people, as long as you really believe in what it is that you're selling and you're sharing, isn't offensive to anyone. And this is what a lot of us think. I would love to know, in fact, from in the comments today, what are you, does sales make you scared? Here's the interesting thing, and this and the thing that, you know, when I speak to people and they go, oh, I hate sales, and then I have to look at them and go, well, you've got to struggle in business if you hate the thing that you need to do in order to generate the income for your, but you don't have a business unless you've got sales. So it's reconciling yourself with the style of sales that most suits you. If sales makes you feel icky, it's asking yourself the question, what is it about sales that makes you feel icky? What is it specifically? Are you frightened? Are you frightened of people saying no? I'd love to know what you're frightened of. What scares you about sales? It's the one thing. Oh, I'm scared of selling. I don't want to be seen to be selling to people. Why not? Why don't you want to be seen to be selling to people? If you genuinely believe, not at all. I was in retail sales, even telemarketing for a lot of my younger life. I love it, Nina. Yes. Sales is not to be feared. Sales is to be absolutely loved and adored and embraced, including the no's. Because the no's inform you. The no's will tell you who your ideal clients are. The no's will tell you. I feel like I'm terrible at, I can't give stuff away half the time. Yeah, but Pixie, you've already started to do some of this work. When it's you, when you find it hard to receive, and half of sales is receiving. You know, you've got to receive payment. That's better. Hang on, let me put my lips on. This is all a process, you lot. Please do stay with me. For anybody tuning in, wondering why we don't have Jay Rana here talking to us about diversity, we have sent her the link, and we are waiting for her to pop along. And I'm sure there'll be a reason. There'll be a reason why she's not here. But you're stuck talking to me for now. And the conversation about diversity, I don't really think I should be having on my own as a straight white person. I think we need to invite more voices to the table in order for me to talk properly and with integrity about that. So yeah, we will contact Jay and find out what's popping I can't do that when I'm on the show, so you put my makeup on and we're talking about sales instead for now. I think it's about knowing that you're worth it. Yeah, absolutely. Asking, I think like with sales, it's like, oh, I'm asking for money. Well, no, you're asking to exchange whatever value, incredible value that you've got for another energy. And that energy, in this case, happens to be money. I was in sales for only 20 years. Hang on a sec. Here you go. Jojo knows things. I was in sales for over 20 years, and the only sales I hated was the ones that didn't feel right. If the product or service wasn't good, right. So if you're peddling shite, then fair enough. Then it's not going to feel right. If the product is truly aligned to you, it's your purpose, and you love what you do, sales really does become effortless. It's very interesting that I was like, oh, I'm not really one for direct sales. I'm not really one for direct selling. But actually, when I found the things that I absolutely truly loved, you know, like this show, for example, gets me out of bed in the morning. I'm flying out of bed in the morning, driving from my other house down here so that I can still do this because I absolutely believe in it. I absolutely believe in the show. I believe in the benefits of the show. I believe in the platform that the show has created for me. I believe that it's an incredible platform, not just for the people that come onto the show to share their goods and services, for me too. It wouldn't be like, I'm not cynical about it. I don't hide from it. I don't say, oh, I will never sell to you. You can trust me. I will never sell to you. It's not about that. I would like to think that you trust me enough that I won't share shit with you. I'd like to think that you trust me enough that I'll share really great things that are going to be of value to you. And they all can't be for free. Because what? What would I do? Turn up sharing all this value and I'd be begging on the streets. Money mindset works with sales too. Fair exchange for time and service is more than okay to receive and give. Right. Absolutely. What else are we saying? Andrew, sales don't want me scared because if I believe it, I share it. If it doesn't suit me, I don't feel like I share it. No means you've got to find a new opportunity. I think we can respect that people are grown-ups. When people say no, they mean no. However, some people, I don't know, how do you feel about this? Let's open the no conversation up. So, I'm of the mind when you're selling things, particularly in volume, that there is a degree of getting through no's to get to the yeses, that you have to ask lots and lots of people in order to get to where it is that you're going, especially if those people are very new to you. But if you've invested time and energy and love in relationships, just as I have with every single one of you that watches this morning, right? Every single one of you that watches the show knows that I invest my time, my energy, my love in our relationship, even if we don't speak directly. So I would like to think that when I slide into your inbox and say, hey, I'm so very grateful for you. I think you're wonderful. You're going to find Be Inspired phenomenal and wonderful. Have you got your ticket yet? That you're not going to be offended. Oh, fucking hell, Dani, what this guy? She asked me if I were going to buy your ticket. What do you know? Doesn't make it feel icky because I absolutely know that every single person who I approach, I've built a relationship with. And that person, as a grown up, can turn around and say, hey, do you know what? Yes, I absolutely want a ticket. I'm going to get my ticket. Give me the link, Dani. Hook me up. Or similarly, you might say, no, do you know what? I would love to, but I can't afford to right now. So then I've got to think, right, okay, well, if you can't afford to, how do I make it as affordable as possible? So I create things like affiliate schemes and stuff like that so that you can generate the money back. So say if you've got to find a way of begging, borrowing, stealing £89 to get your ticket, I've given you a way to make that back. So that if that's an avenue that you can explore, then that's an avenue that you can explore. I've given you every single tool I possibly can to make it as affordable as possible. So money can't be an argument. Time. Well, I don't have time, Dani. Okay, well, cool. Well, what about if I give you lifetime access? You can access the whole thing, the whole shebang, plus the bonuses, whenever you want. So you don't have to book the day off work. You can just catch up with it in your own time. How about that? Would that be cool? Then you don't have to worry. So you can still get your ticket. So it's about solving problems, because then people are saying, I really, really want to come. I really want to experience being inspired, Danny, but I can't because of this reason and that reason. All right, well, we'll fix it. We've got fixes for those things. That's cool. And if you can't fix those things, then it is what it is. If the person says they can't afford it. Now, as many of you know, if you look on my website, I've got packages that are like upwards of £10,000 for one-to-ones intensive. You'll work with you intensively for 6 months, but that's an investment, a strong investment where people really put their money where their mouth is. Pardon the pun. I'm a speaker coach. But if somebody then says, "Hey, I can't afford it," it's not up to me then to say, "Oh, well, do you know what? I'll make it less money for you." It's up to that person to either go find a way of creating and generating that revenue so that they can work with me, or not. I might not be for them. They might need to do some other work first. This pricing game is a very interesting one. Pricing your worth is a very interesting one. Oh, Pixie, come on, let's talk. What's happening here? It's a big one. I want to peep over. I'm peeping. Part of my selling issue is I hate feeling like I'm seen as access to my bank account. So I don't want to make others feel like that. Right. I don't mind people I know speaking to me about what they can do. I'm happy to support people all day, however I can. People who jump in my inbox right away trying to sound like they're making conversation, but clearly haven't looked at my profile and are guiding the conversation. Okay. So strategic selling or network marketing. Now, Pixie, I know because I've been with you in that situation when we were both in network marketing, that yes, that kind of predatory behavior is a bit of a turn off, especially if you don't want to be seen to be that person. This is inelegant selling. This isn't somebody jumping into your inbox for the first time and saying, "Hey, I love your profile. I think you've got great, beautiful blue hair. Tell me more about your blue hair." And then you're going, "Oh, well, actually, I've been using the curly girl method and I've been trying this, that, and the other." And like Pixie, we've got a relationship that spans years now. So I already know these things, but I don't need to ask. I don't need to strike up silly conversations with you. I'm not silly conversations, like superfluous conversations. But somebody who's brand new to you might do that. It would be wrong or maybe even impertinent to dive right in there then and say, "Hey, actually, I was thinking because you've got such beautiful hair that you might want to buy my thing," which might be some hair care products. I don't know. That's not really building a relationship to make selling, and you will have to burn through a lot of people in order to do that. But when you've got a business that you absolutely love and adore and you've built relationships, it it shouldn't be a blocker for that relationship. So Pixie as well, and I'll use our relationship as an example. We have a relationship that spans a number of years. I have absolutely no problem, because we forged a relationship, to get in your inbox and say, "Pixie, do you know what? I think being inspired is a really important, I think, bit of learning for you, a bit of personal development for you. Why don't you get yourself a ticket?" And you say, "Hey, do you know what? I'm struggling right now. It's really on my vision list. It's on my to-do list. It's something that I definitely want in the future." I have to trust you as somebody who I have a relationship with to make that big girl decision and say, "Actually, no." And some sales trainers out there, I'm not a sales trainer, by the way, but some sales trainers out there might say, "Hey, actually, that's bollocks. What you should do is you should tell her all the reasons why it's going to be really painful for her not to go there." Pixie knows me well enough. She knows that it's going to be painful for her. And she's going to have serious FOMO not coming to be inspired. So she either finds a way to make that happen, or I have to accept that. No, it's not my job isn't to push that person into a sale. I'm interested to see. Mine's not that I don't. Hang on. Amy, mine's not that I don't love and believe in my products. Mine's the disbelief in myself and my worth. I hear that. So when you really truly believe, so I mean, there's deep work that needs to happen sometimes in order for you to move through some of that. It's understanding what are the bits of you that don't feel worthy enough to sell or even ask the questions. Or I'm not going to ask them that question. So people ask me stuff all the time, get in my inbox, really bold, really leery, and they're like, "Hey, absolutely adore you, Dani. I think you'd be great for this opportunity." I love the ballsiness of it, but I do go back to them and say, "Hey, do you know what? I'm not open to that opportunity right now. It's not my thing." I've got a really strong business doing what I'm doing. But I do support people within the network marketing industry. Come on into my hive where it's very, very safe and you can learn like wicked things like that. How to sell and how to work on your self-worth. And if you know that your self-worth is a problem, seek out the experts who help with these things. The hive, somebody asked actually the other day in the hive, was there any mindset coaches or such? And I was joyful. I think the word is joyful to see how many incredible coaches, life coaches, therapists, mindset technicians, like how many people work within that space in the hive, so that the new people, because we're very lucky that in our community we've got people just starting out in business, and then we've got multiple 7-figure earners and everybody in between in the hive. We're very, very blessed that the demographic is so vast and so varied, because what we often find is the people that are new in business really bring the energy, and the people that are further along in the business realize that we have to link arms and help each other show up, wise up and rise up, right? So going to seek, you're working with Dion Lockyer. Dion's amazing. So you've chosen well. Like she's fantastic. Dion's wonderful. So actually seeking people, if you've identified in yourself what's not working, so people come to me because they've got all the knowledge, they've got the products, it's all beautifully put together, but they're really struggling to articulate. They're really struggling to speak and connect what it is that they do to their business, like to make it really connect as a business. The coffee reduction, everyone's talking about that. Wait, where's that? Have I missed somebody? It might be somebody that I can't see. So people come to me because they want to reach more people and make more money. And one of the ways to do that is to do what I'm doing right now. Talk. But glossophobia is the number one fear in the world. It's the number one fear. Can you believe it? Well, in the Western world, the number one fear. It's rooted in this fear of being cast out. It's rooted, and this isn't even a rational fear. It's this fear that we're going to be cast out and we're going to starve to death, or that will be, the people that we're trying to position ourselves as alpha in front of will turn on us and kill us. And it's not, can't happen. But the bit of our brain that is an animal hasn't caught up with all this stuff yet. It was you, Karen. I had to switch off comments. Got too many replies when I asked for a life coach. Yeah, because there are so many different types as well. So many different types of like life coach. It's an ongoing joke that I drink too much coffee. It's all lie. I am coffee averse. I'm just starting my coaching journey. I really want to work with you later down the line when I've got past this first bit of training. You are welcome. I'm ready when you are. I love it. Dion, more love for Dion. Dion Lockyer in a group of change my mindset. That's how I find G Queen Bees. I love it. Amy has gone from 30 coffees a day to about 60. What? What? What even is this? 30 coffees a day. I've spent most of my life being told to be quiet. I think finally sunk in at the wrong time of life. It's never the wrong time of life, Pixie. It's never the wrong time of life to make these realizations. You make the realizations you need to make at exactly the right time. At exactly the right time. And often, and I'm speaking to women particularly here. I know I'm sorry to speak in the binary, but most people anyway, to our trans brothers and sisters and siblings, or non-binary people, that as we get older, we know ourselves more. We don't know ourselves like we think we do, but as kids, we're not taught to know ourselves. We're taught to conform. We're taught to do this. We're told to be quiet. We're told to all of these things. That's what we're taught. We're taught structured learning. One of my friends calls it the government learning program. But we are taught to be complicit. We're taught to be quiet. We're taught to be all these things. And actually, when you realize that actually your power is in your voice, your power is in how you speak. That's why I work in the field that I work in. And it's the same for most things. Like if you go to see a surgeon will want to cut you open. If you go to a pharmacist will want to give you drugs. If you come to a speaking coach will want to teach you how to talk. If you go to a business strategist, the business strategist will want to teach you all the business strategy. All of this sort of stuff is horses for courses. But when you find your voice, and we were talking to Joelle on this on Friday, when you allow yourself to start to articulate your requirements, both from life, from your clients, from your, from your communities, your friends, when you start to speak, magic happens. Nina said, geez, I'll be shivering with anxiety if I have more than 3. Do you know how many coffees it takes me to feel anxious? One coffee. It's like playing roulette. You have a coffee, and I don't know how I'm going to feel a little bit later on that day. I may feel like I'm going to take over the world. I also feel like I may die at any given moment. And sometimes it's not worth playing roulette. It's not worth playing it. I'm 59, ended an abusive relationship. Yes, I'm finding myself now. I can now see the good in me that everyone else can. I love it when you start to take away all of those filters that you've allowed yourself, all these barriers that you've allowed yourself to put down. And again, this works in sales. This works in, progressing your business, allowing yourself to be visible, in your scalability. All of this is when you start to strip back all the barriers that you've put down to yourself for so long, including your perception of your self-worth. All of this, start to surround yourself with the people you aspire to be like. All of this stuff, you will start to find yourself growing. You can't help it. It's like a mathematical equation. I say, you surround yourself with 5 millionaires, you will become the 6th. Surround yourself with 5 positive people, you will become the 6th. Surround yourself with 5 of anybody, that's who you will become. It just is by osmosis, the way that we are with each other. That's why this community is so amazing. That's why being inspired is so amazing, because it allows us to come together. It allows us to surround ourselves with the people that we either aspire to be like or we want to be more of, right? So when we start to think about, investing in ourselves, when we start to think about, okay, well, first of all, you've got to invest time in yourself. You've got to be able to put time for yourself aside for your learning. If you look at the basic human needs, significance and recognition, love or connection, growth, certainty, uncertainty. When you get a balance of all those things just right, you start to become more. You can't help it. You can't help it. So by allowing yourself to invest time in your own growth, the next level is investing money, because you can't get everything for free. It's hard. It becomes hard. And when you've got skin in the game, you play the game. I found this fascinating. As soon as I started really investing in myself, those investments started to grow. But guess what? My success and my abundance started to grow. And it was allowing that snowball to happen. So it first started for me properly. I went to Tony Robbins. It cost me £250. No, it didn't. It cost me something more like £400 for like 4 days. It was insane. It was a long, no, it was more like 500. It's got to have been. I don't know how much it was. It was a big chunk of investment when I had absolutely shite all. It was brilliant, but then I had nothing afterwards. So I had this great experience. It was completely life-changing. It was like a rebirth of myself. And then I went back and I invested again in something else. So this time I went to Brad Burton's Now What Live. And then I went to Malta and went and hung out with the 7-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure earners and started to create businesses for myself. Because guess what? I'd surrounded myself with the people that I aspired to be like. And then once I'd done that, I was able then to learn from those people around me in that way, start to invest a little bit more in myself, start to reap the benefits. It's just interesting how these incremental investments will snowball, but your outcomes snowball as well. And Be Inspired is a real gateway investment where that's concerned. I love that advice of 5. It was brilliant. Really, if I look at my circle now, and when I say my circle, the people who I spend the most time with online, the people who I have daily conversations with, the people who I ring in the evening, the people who I learn with. Deep is watching right now. Deep Badgewa is absolutely one of them. People like Lisa Johnson, Nikki James, Abby Horn, Sarah Stone, Nikki Sprosen. If I look at those people who are in my inner circle, who are they all? They're all really incredible businesswomen. They're all multiple six-figure earners. They're all phenomenal beings. I can't help but be amongst that. Um, that's what I've always done. Love being inspired by others' achievements and good values. You're one of mine 100%, right? So you have people that help set the bar for you. You have people who you help set the bar for. That's why we do this every day. This is part of me sharing with you guys how we set the bar. This is how we set the bar for each other. Look at these phenomenal people who you can surround yourself with. That's why I interview people every single day, so you can have access to more of these people. That is what being inspired is all about. So with that in mind, I'm not going to stay on any longer. I will I've had a little email from Rana. She's had issues with the internet this morning. So we will get her rebooked in. It's such an important conversation that we were due to have, that we will have in the not too distant future. We'll get Jay in as soon as humanly possible to come and have the diversity conversation. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Secret is, Amy, we don't grow up, is the thing. I joke that over the past few years, I've become my kids because that's who I've surrounded myself with. It's interesting. I've been realizing so many mind blocks that have been created by people along the way. It's definitely beneficial to surround yourself with the right people. I'm not seeing everybody's. I'm not seeing everybody's comments this morning, and I'm not entirely sure why. If you're watching on the Dani Wallace page, that may be why. So I am absolutely thrilled that we get to have spent this time together. It's been nice to sort of roll our sleeves up and have a chat on this morning, and really think about, when it comes to sales, when it comes to sharing what it is that you love. That is what it is. It's sharing what you love. It's not being shisty or cynical or seeing, I don't see you guys as a bank account I want to go and dip into. That's when sales falls flat. If that's what you see, if you're chasing the money. I think you guys have seen enough of me by now to absolutely know that the reason why I do this is so that more and more and more of you realize that aerodynamically bees shouldn't be able to fly. Their little wings shouldn't get their fat bodies off the ground. The bee, however, doesn't care what humans think is impossible. The bee flies anyway. The more of you that realize this for yourselves, that you get to choose to fly anyway, that is 100% what it is all about. Jane Baker in the house, another one of our incredible speakers for Being Inspired. She's my personal mentor as well. Selling is being of service. It absolutely is. It's sharing how you can help. There is nothing icky about that. There is nothing icky about saying, hey, I've got some incredible expertise that are going to change your business and change your life here. It's a fair exchange for that to be an investment, right? It is fair, it's right, and it is proper. Such a lovely community this morning. Thank you, Nina. You're more than welcome. You are more than welcome. I like that secret. Wasn't planning on growing up just yet. Absolutely not. Absolutely categorically not. If you have not got your ticket to Be Inspired yet, sort it out. If you are a member of the community, please do expect a message from me saying, hey, have you got your ticket yet? I love you. I think this is going to be incredible for you, because I know so many of you. If I think about it, there's 1,500 people in the hive. I've got 5,000 friends on Facebook, 3,500 people on Instagram. This is not huge audiences. These are all people that I'm connected with. These are all people that I know. So of course, out of love, I'm going to say to these people, hey, get your ticket to Be Inspired, which is exactly what I'm going to go and do right now. Right, you lot, have an incredible Tuesday. Go and rip it up this week. Go and get your ticket to Be Inspired if you have not already. If you haven't got the link, if you go to the Queen Bee Dani page on Facebook, go there right now. Click the link in the bio. It's the top link there. You can go and grab your ticket. £89 for 2 days of phenomenal speakers, phenomenal learning, phenomenal edutainment, and also all of the bonuses that you get from each of the speakers as well. It is going to be phenomenal. Go and get your ticket to Be Inspired right now. Have an incredible day, you guys. I will see you tomorrow with Olympian Marilyn Okoro is going to be joining me. She's one of these people that I met just a few weeks ago, and we have absolutely fallen desperately in love with each other. She is brilliant. She is going to be bringing the fire. That is Olympian and medalist Marilyn Okoro is going to join us tomorrow at 9:30, talking about how she has changed after hanging up her running shoes, how she's changed from competitive athleticism into the athletics industry, and what she she's doing there now. Right, you lot, have a phenomenal day. I'll see you later. Get your Be Inspired tickets. Go and do it now. Stop what you're doing. Go get your Be Inspired tickets. I love you.